We got JonBeast, we got Henry, two of the greatest players to play this game, are playing in the finals. They're the two best players in the world. This is the MCS Ultimate Kickoff. A lot of money on the line right here. JonBeast starting with the ball on offense, and he's going to be running this gun bunch X nasty out of the Detroit Lions playbook. Now he goes, hurry up right here. Let's talk about why he likes this so much. So bunch, since the beginning of Madden history, has been very popular, right? Getting three wide receivers up close together and close to the line of scrimmage, so they're compressed, right? It's just always been popular. It's always really good. The reason for it, whenever you have compression in this game, it's easy to quickly attack the other side of the field, right? You can see how being close to the offensive line lets you get across the field faster than if you're out wide. But also, it allows you to run things like quick hitting corner routes, like seams, like curls, things like that. And so having players close together allows you to do a lot of things. And having three receivers close together, as opposed to just one or two, it allows you to create entire route combos, right? Where you're able to do something like this. Now, Bunch X Nasty is interesting because typically Bunch would have this guy out here, right? This would be a normal gun bunch, which is still good. But the Bunch X Nasty, this guy is the nasty. Now he can be on a corner route, he could be on a flat, he could be on a hitch, he could be on a drag, a crosser. There's so many things that this guy can be on right here that he really wouldn't have the same threat if he was out wide. That's why you see a lot of people really opt for a lot of these bunch and compressed formations now. And it's why JonBeast and Henry both are running a lot of this gun bunch X nasty. JonBeast running the Michael Vick and almost threw a pick right there. I think that would have been picked off. He's running Michael Vick at QB. Always speed at quarterback is always such a hot commodity. You always kind of want to try to get speed at QB. It'll save you in certain situations, right? And John, what you'll see happen a lot here too, a lot of players do this, is they'll come out and then they'll either audible to a different formation or flip their formation. So picture this. Henry right now on defense is setting up for bunch to the right side. This is a lot of different plays that can be ran with the bunch to the right, and that's also to the short side of the field. What JonBeast is going to do right here, though, is he's going to flip his bunch and then snap the ball really fast. What that makes Henry have to do is Henry has to adjust quickly. He has to, right? You see that? Boom. Now JonBeast is going to set up his hot routes, and he's going to try going fast. Henry has to adjust fast right here. And it's actually, we're going to get an auto motion play. So Henry still has to get his stuff around. Boom. Ends up having to roll out. And what happens right there? Almost another interception, by the way. So let's go again. Another high level thing that that we see from this time from Henry. So Henry's a nickel wide. Okay. Nickel wide essentially is going to get these defensive ends. Guess what? Out wide. See, the D end is over the slot. This D end's over here. Now, there's a lot of Texas four-man happening in this game and really in Madden in general right now. Texas four-man's a stunt where this guy goes in, this guy goes out, this guy goes out, this guy goes in, right? JonBeast is expecting Texas four-man almost every single play. What we see from Henry right here, though, is instead of running the traditional send four Texas four-man, we get this A-gap backer, right? This backer blitzes A-gap, and it actually comes in totally free. JonBeast is not expecting it at all. You can actually see it right here. Watch. Watch that right linebacker, right? He's going to come screaming in, and that's what derails this play. Boom. Good pocket right here. Actually, JonBeast runs, or I'm sorry, Henry runs a standard rush, but this guy comes free. Bang. Now, you might be saying, Civil, why'd that center just look stupid right there? Why didn't the center defend it? Watch what Henry does with his user right here. His user's going to engage. When that guy gets engaged, he's blocking him, but then he disengages. Watch. Boom. Engaged. 74 is blocking Honey Badger, Matthew. Now, Henry disengages. The center is just not able to react in time, and the blitz is able to come free. JonBeast has to throw the ball away. Almost throws a D-line pick. And immediately, JonBeast, a little flustered, gets to a quick 4th and 6, I believe, right here. So you see some high-level stuff, game planning. That's all scheme, by the way, on both sides of the ball, right? The flipping, the blitz, that's all schematics. That all comes down to play calling. Now, the pick is poor execution by JonBeast with the almost pick. And so now, every single play, JonBeast has to be worried about this. Look at Henry right here. Again, with his user down there. Could be a potential blitz right here. And JonBeast, this time, is actually blocking his halfback. So if Henry bluffs him and only sends 3 people or 4 people, well, JonBeast only has 4 routes out. That's a massive deal, right? You lose. You got to think, on any given play, there's 5 eligible receivers. If you get someone to block one of them, that's 20% of their potential routes no longer there. Right here, actually, though, funny enough, we actually have a touchdown John has. John messes up this pass lead, and he even says pass lead right there. Watch this. We see a streak right here from 13. He actually bumps and runs by. We are now officially ahead, and we have a potential touchdown right here. We go again. Boom, like B, or I'm sorry, circle B. is open with, you could lob this if you get a good pass lead with it, catch it in stride. You could even highball it. You could just pass lead all the way up and still maybe get it. Yes, X is also breaking open right here. So immediately we see Henry's defense is not unbeatable, right? We have 2 dots actually. X is a dot. Circle is also a dot. But watch the pass lead. Watch the pass lead. JonBeast puts this ball accidentally down. He could have gotten it up here, right? See this little gray area? JonBeast puts that ball down. Honestly, it appears to be user error, and he gets undercut because of that. He had a touchdown, though. Instead, though, everyone's saying he's blind, right? Is he blind? No, he executed poorly. That was an open read. That's a touchdown, right? He also had the post route, but you have that, like, right? So, just like that, Henry gets a big-time stop. JonBeast gets thrown on the defense side of the ball. Here's a replay of it again. We can see it again right there. Just undercut. You can easily tell the ball is underthrown. Now we get into Henry on offense. Immediately throws a deep cross to Justin Jefferson. Jay Jetta. Gonna get down to the 2-yard line. Rolls out. JonBeast wearing the Faith Over Fear t-shirt. Love to see that, brother John. Henry wearing the jean shorts. Interesting. In terms of drip, I am gonna go slight favor to John. Pretty heavy favor to JonBeast. I'm not a jean short guy. Don't know what the shirt is, though. Someone in the comments actually can let me know what the shirt is from Henry. Because I'm sure it's something. Same with the hat, can't totally tell. Nonetheless, Henry checks into the bunch wide. Gets tackled, tries to air truck up the QB. Mind you, oh, I'm sorry, bunch wide nasty. This was played before the previous patch, so some things like QB air trucking have been nerfed. You can't really do it as well. So you will see them try doing that. Goes here again. Little double slant concept. See if we got anything cool. Goes high ball. Not even a high ball. Probably should have been picked off. I'll be honest with you. Henry's a great player. Very good at the game. With that being said, you'd like to see this. He's thrown. This is a bad read. This is objectively bad. You'd like to see this guy pick it. I'll be honest. You'd like to see that. Boom. Yeah, you'd like to see this get. You'd love to see this not get caught for a touchdown. Nonetheless, Henry catches it. Even the best players in the world get lucky. Even the best players in the world get unlucky because JonBeast got unlucky right there. JonBeast back on offense. We see the flip from the Bunch X Nasty short side to the wide side. He's always starting out short. Now, he's using one of the most popular routes this year that's never really been good before. We'll talk about the next play. He's going to use it again. There's another D-line slot. I think that's like the second one we've seen. So, there's this route. Watch the halfback right here. I call it a little slide. You call it a leak. Really call it whatever you want. But it's this little flat going to the opposite flat from the halfback. This is a really cool route because actually, the way it runs, it gets leverage on flat defenders. You actually see it right there. He gets outside of them. Then good stick talk by John. But it beats man because it also gets leverage on them too. That route's never been good before, but quickly it's become one of the most popular routes to build an offense. At least not build an offense around because it's not that good. But it's something where it's like, dude, you have it, you'll use it, right? Gun Trip's tight end to play China Y post, I think it is. I think it's China Y post. Has that play or has that halfback route. It's a really good way to build off because it's a really good route. A lot of the best players in the world are using it. JonBeast now gets to a 2nd and 15. Good switch stick, that previous play by Henry. We have more opportunity to talk about good switch sticks. And again, Henry in that nickel wide consistently. Notice he's not just changing his formation for no reason. He's calling a defense that he knows JonBeast is struggling with. And so far, we have not seen JonBeast move the ball almost at all, right? Henry's doing a good job mixing in different pressure, mixing in different stunts. You will see at some point, Henry, I believe it's in this game, he'll run the Texas two-man, or I'm sorry, the Tom two-man, so you gotta think, there's a few different ways that Henry can run this blitz, this defense rather. He can send this guy and just go standard pass rush, get that guy coming free. He can also go Texas four-man, right, which is really good. He could also just go pure contain, right, and just like contain pass rush. Also, though, there's a Tom two-man that he could go to, which would be D tackles looping over each other with contains on the outside. So it would flood the middle of the pocket, force him out right into a contain. So a couple of good options that Henry has. And it reminds me very similar to how you may call some different coverages. But instead, Henry can mix up the different stunts he calls. JonBeast going to a pretty popular play right here in these long situations. And I'm kind of shocked that it got given up by Henry. Henry's a little surprised by it too. So we're going to see this kind of stock fade from point wide receiver, get custom stemmed all the way down. Then that goes up the seam. We have a corner route. And then the streak, both of these routes can attack the seam very well. And so watch just this left side right here. Watch the zones. Bang. See, square gets kind of open in the seam. Now, it's an outside pass lead. If you're Henry, you'd actually like to see this is close to a knockout. JonBeast gets a favorable possession catch animation, and that's finally one of the first good plays we've seen from John getting the ball moving. And sometimes it's just about like opening up the door, I feel like, to where, if you're a good player, you can start moving the ball. You'll beat, you could beat these different defenses. It just takes a little bit of rhythm. And very next play, Henry has a little bit of blown coverage. JonBeast attacks with a crosser. Bang, quick touchdown from JonBeast. Tied 7-7. Even though at this point, you'd probably argue that, hey, Henry has I feel like Henry's played a lot better so far, right? But it doesn't matter. One of the big things I always think about is, and this is more so in red zone defense, right? I'm going to focus on for a moment. Red zone defense plays such a big factor in some of these games. And it sounds obvious, but I want to mention, here's Henry run that slide route from the halfback, by the way. A situation that happened back in the Madden 20 Club Championships. Or I'm sorry, it might have been Madden 19, where, it might have been Madden 18 even. Shoot. I think it was 18, where we had Joke playing against a guy named Deliverance. Deliverance, huge underdog at this. Deliverance on his first 2 drives threw 2 interceptions. So he got the ball to start the game, threw a pick. Got the ball to start the game again, threw another pick. But he held Joke to 3 both times, so Joke only had 6. Deliverance then, on his 3rd possession, finally gets a good drive, finally scores a touchdown, then gets a stop, scores another touchdown. He's up 14-6 in the first half after throwing 2 picks, all because of good red zone defense. Just a little thing I just thought about. Throwaway right there. JonBeast playing some good defense. Henry now, and we're only in the first quarter. We still have a lot of time in the first still, actually. We're going to see Henry flip, right? We have a short corner route on the right side. Is it there? Not going to be there. Deep in route, bagged. One of the most popular routes in the game are these stemmed up in routes. See that from R1 right here? This guy? Boom. This is, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what zone this is, though, from 8. I'll be honest. I'm not sure. Now, JonBeast got that stop. He had the score of the previous drive and immediately answers right back with a big play to the tight end. Henry looks like he gets a little bit caught off guard. He's not in the defense he's usually in. I don't know if he's just trying to adjust too fast. But look, he gets caught on Travis Hunter, takes a step down, tries to recover up. He can't not touch on. Big play, though, up the seam. And that's the thing. You get somebody off the rhythm a little bit, right? Because up to this point, up to that last play on offense for JonBeast, where he scored the touchdown, JonBeast has been pretty bagged. Even on the 3rd and 15, he converted with the possession catch. That was not guaranteed. But now we have back-to-back dots. Henry feels like he's getting pressed back a little bit. And we'll see JonBeast now go to an inside zone. The Saquon Barkley gets that down to the 1. We'll see him check under center here into a stretch. A lot of the best players in the world, they'll go to a lot of stretch runs in these situations. If they'll call it stretch tours even. You might call them out on one stretch, audible to another stretch. Stretches are just good. You can cut them up, you can cut them outside. Right here, Saquon Barkley. Looks like he was going to get shot, doesn't though, and he kind of gets a little speed boost right there. Scores a touchdown. Here's a replay of it. Ooh, he got loose. And we're going to see Henry now down 14-7, but Henry has the ball. He flips from wide side to short side, still on that bunch X nasty though. I just want to point that out. And he throws that slide route, kind of a bad read. Good rally from JonBeast and the boys on defense, tackling for a 2nd and 11. One of the things I was thinking about so much is that it's so hard to get stops in this game though. Like right there, Henry makes objectively not a great read, right? Gets kind of bagged on the play. Maybe there might have been pressure actually. Even right there, like another bag by JonBeast, right? But you got to bag him for 2 more plays, right? And Henry only needs 11 yards to keep the drive alive. And it's so hard to bag people continuously, like over and over again. It's why turnovers are such a big deal, because that's the mistake. It's hard. There's a little luck though from JonBeast, and that's why. That's a big deal. That's why you have to make them work every single possession. Every single play, you have to make opponents work. Because, right, first 2 plays, JonBeast plays good defense. Henry calls a good play right here, makes a good read, gets cheated. Now it comes down to a 4th down where JonBeast, mere minutes ago, was kind of like, it was looking bad. Now has a chance to get a stop and go up 2 scores, basically, after assuming he's able to get points, right? Henry checks into the Y off real close, a new formation this year. And he is going to exploit a little over-aggressive switch stick from John. Watch what happens here. This is where switch stick messes with deep zone so much. He gets on Kyle Hamilton and hesitates just to, like, almost messes up his normal drop back flow in this deep half. So now Kyle Hamilton almost hesitates, all the way dropping back, allows the streak to go open over top. Great defense, great defense, great defense by JonBeast. Then one blown coverage, one mistake. And that's why defense can just be so hard in this game. Where of 4 plays, JonBeast had 3 good ones, right? We'll count the cheat as a good JonBeast play. Henry had 1 good one. Henry won the drive, right? Turnover is so big. That's also why you see so many competitive players focus so much, or not focus, but like feedback-wise, advocate for catching interceptions so much, even to an unrealistic standard of like contested balls to be picked off, because defense is so hard to get stops. Not impossible, but it's so hard to stop somebody who's good on offense 4 plays in a row, especially without getting lucky, right? Especially without getting lucky. So here we have JonBeast on offense. He's going to go inside zone from the left side. That'll take us. Oh, we'll have some more plays before the end of the first, actually. We'll have some more plays. Let's see if we get a potential flip from John. No flip. He's going to go. Okay. More. This is a shot play right here. Definitely a shot play on 2nd and 7. Goes for. I don't know if he had it or not. He had the Texas route, though. He definitely did. Don't know if I said it. JonBeast in the Lions offensive playbook. Bunch X Nasty, his main formation by far. So he's an example of, like, you see a lot of people all around with different formations. Henry's audibling around between Bunch X Nasty and Wild to a close. JonBeast just checking between Bunch X Nasty and flipping it. Right there, able to pick up the pressure, rolls out, makes kind of a crazy throw. I really don't think this ball's there. I'll be honest with you. JonBeast, and Henry is a little bit upset by him making that throw too. 3rd and 7. He has, I'm shocked that JonBeast didn't just, like, he has the first, or at least a few. He tries throwing this all the way out past lead. I feel like that could get, that feels like, I don't know. Yeah, you see Henry. I don't know what that shirt is. Did you know? Let me know. Henry rocking the jean shorts as well. Huh. John with the AirPods in. Henry with the headphones on. Interesting. I've never been a headphones guy. It's always made my hair look weird, right? Kind of mats it down. That's me. I know some people really like them. 4th and 7 goes underneath. And just it's like one of those reads where, like, if you saw a quarterback do it in real life, you'd be like, dude, what are you throwing? And I, like, right here, I'm kind of surprised by it, honestly. I'm honestly pretty surprised by him throwing that ball. He wasn't really forced to, right? And you see the switch stick there too before you throw it. He blocks the pressure, had to block the halfback. That's a big deal. That's what Henry's made him have to do. And yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. I am. So 14-14. But the momentum shifts have kind of gone both ways already in the first quarter. This will finally be the first play of the first quarter. And at numerous times, I feel like we could have said either of these guys were going to win the game. Stock play flood right there. Rolls out. Michael Vick gets out of bounds for a 6. And that's the end of 1. All right, Henry again. Back into it. Nothing's really there. Throws it away. Yeah, big thing you won't see these guys do too often. I mean, you'll see it here and there, right? But I would say notice the amount of throws they're making that are just, like, in traffic, right? Very few. Very few. Where JonBeast has kind of made that a harder argument today. With a couple of his threes. Oh, good double switch. Air truck, touchdown. And if you're John, you're pretty upset. Honestly, a really good switch stick by JonBeast. Check this out. So John switch sticks onto him. Wheel route's getting open over top right now. This guy's in man-to-man on square. John's going to switch stick up to him. Go play that. That is a tough switch stick. This is a good read by Henry. Look at that. And Henry actually goes, whoa. You'd like to see this ball get picked. Again, I know physics-wise, move, like, all that good stuff, right? Like, he's not there. I think this is such... the offense is at such a massive advantage when it comes to player positioning. Like, it's not fair. I don't know. Yeah, Henry knows he got lucky. And I'll be honest. Both of Henry's touchdowns have been lucky. Both of them could have been picked off and nobody would be complaining. Henry wouldn't be complaining either. That's not disrespect towards Henry. He is the best player in the world, etc., etc., etc. But it's just reality, right? That first touchdown, the second touchdown, right? Good click on, though, by Henry nonetheless. And now JonBeast down 7, 4:48 in the first half. There's an argument now to begin thinking about clock, right? John, shoot. John gets ball at half. Yeah, jeez. John gets ball at half. And so if you're John, you're like, okay, we probably won't see any chewing, but some people's strategy right here would be to begin chewing the clock. Deep in route right there. Little lazy beam to treadwheel. Tackled. And the argument to chew the clock here would be because if JonBeast scores a touchdown, Henry could score, go up 7, and JonBeast gets ball down 7 to begin the next half. Whereas the argument to chew is if you could chew correctly, you could tie the game up at halftime and be getting ball at half, meaning that you could take the lead, score 14 unanswered without Henry really ever seeing the ball, right? So that's the argument for chewing. With that being said, it does change your offense a good amount, especially when you have to chew a long period of time. And so JonBeast opting to not do that, which is pretty fair. He is very trigger happy. Both these guys throwing some balls. He is pretty happy feet right now, it looks like. He definitely seems like he's very happy feet. Gets to a 3rd and 16. See, this is a big opportunity for Henry, though. Quick snap. Goes post route. Got it. Holds on to it. First down by Ridley. And now I'm surprised he doesn't chew a little bit, honestly. Because that set of downs kind of shoots him. Like, he could have, I don't know. Interesting. Because he's ran the ball some. He's not afraid to run the ball. Go streak. Good click on. You've seen the value so far in both these guys have thrown some traffic balls. You've seen the value so far in this game, though, of clicking on, of aggressive catching, of pass leading. Like, it makes a huge difference. JonBeast threw that pick earlier in the game because of a bad pass lead. Right there, good pass lead plus click on is able to get it in traffic. Is able to make the catch in traffic. You're going to send this auto motion across the field. Watch corner route to Pitts. Flat on the left side. It's a little the mini flood left side. Has the corner up, but bumps, throws it away. Pressure again to John. He's definitely happy feet. He's definitely very, very happy feet. Good news for Henry right here is that you've guaranteed you're going to get the ball back this half. Right? No question about it. And you'll probably you'll get ball back with a lot of time, too. And you're super chilling. No doubt. No anything. Little slide route, leak route out of the backfield from Barkley. Pressure comes free. That's that Tom. Okay, so I talked about that Tom earlier. Watch this. D tackle, left side, or this D tackle right here, loops around. Comes in free this time, actually. Boom. Contains on the outside. JonBeast now has to be happy feet, has to throw the ball away. And it's like the pressure just screams in right there. Henry's doing a really good job playing different games with different pressures he's sending, which is allowing for him to be able to get some free runners at the QB just by sending 4, right? And it's making JonBeast very uncomfortable, very obviously uncomfortable. 3rd and 10 for the Beast. There's that engage blitz, throws a pick, red pass. Don't think it was a great read anyways. Maybe it was. Picked off. I don't know what Henry's saying. Necessarily. Probably saying, hey man, good try. It was a good effort right there. I just won that play. Fellow player. Just handshakes all around, I assume. Rolling out with Vic is Henry. Boom. Again, the value in a fast QB is it's priceless, right? Yeah, that because he was breaking in. I don't know. Fast QBs would just open up so much of your offense. 2nd and 1 from Henry now. Up 7 with ball. JonBeast gets ball at half, though. Not the end of the world. Potential quick out on the right side will be open. It was, but he just doesn't hit it. Didn't love it. Has the Texas route. Barkley gets tackled. Okay. Might see a run play right here. I'd be curious if you do. I'm an idiot because he's not going to run. Okay. Well, I thought maybe he'd run the ball because it'd take us to the 2-minute warning. I'm an idiot. Oh, does he go for a long ball? No, okay. I thought he might. Does he slide down? No, he throws. These guys are throwing some balls. They're throwing the rock around. That will take us to the 2. So now to begin the 2-minute warning, Henry is thinking a little bit of clock right here. He's going to run the ball to start it off just to get the clock moving. Maybe burn a timeout JonBeast or burn 30 seconds. Right? Because John, if honestly, one of the things you can do on defense if you're John is play hyper aggressive. The argument for it is that either you get a potential stop turnover or you let up a touchdown. You have 2 minutes to go get 7. You get ball at half, you go get 7, tie the game up, right? Because right now you're pretty much down 2 scores. Right? He's down 7. Henry's within field goal range. It's an easy field goal. A little bit of different defense from JonBeast. He's been in the double mug the entire game. Does he touch off sides right there? He does. Oh, delay the game. JonBeast has been in the double mug consistently throughout this game. Right there, he brought that safety down to be aggressive. So this is a 3-3 double mug. 3-3 double mug, DBL mug. Using a linebacker consistently. Watch that slide route from the halfback. He has it if he wants it. Throws it away. Almost a sack. Almost intentional grounding. JonBeast wants it. Henry's happy without it. JonBeast, if you get a stop right here, Henry most likely kicks the 3, and you're still in a good spot. You're still in a good spot. It's tough to go down into half down 2 scores, though. So this right here is the genuine, like a massive play. We're going to see Henry check into something potential that we haven't seen yet. No? Okay, he's just going to flip that bunch X. He might burn a timeout because he's running low on time. No, he's not going to. Okay. Boom. Insta shed up the middle. Henry gets out of the pocket. Nothing there. He tried to launch across the body. That stops the clock. JonBeast has 3 timeouts. Henry will kick. JonBeast going to be down 10 with ball. Minute 10, right? Gets ball half. This is not a bad situation. Well, this is not the worst situation. Being down 10 is not great. But you get what I'm saying. Right? There's still a lot of life. There's still a lot of life. That's something that I don't know. Something I try reminding myself, and like I think it's important to keep in mind that these are long games, right? When you're playing these guys, when you're playing in a game like this, or even just online head-to-head, CFM, Dynasty, whatever you might be in, they're long games, right? And so a lot can change. A lot can change quickly. A lot can change quickly, and we can go from JonBeast being in an okay spot to JonBeast being in a very bad spot. Right here, return. I mean, that's just even if you catch that, and this is where I just think, honestly, both of them. JonBeast a little bit more, though, where they're throwing so many balls there. Because if you catch this and the user isn't right there, that's not a switch stick, right? He's getting hit right there. Yeah, I don't. It's just a tough ball, man. I think he thought he was going to switch it up to defend the in, which is fair. But both these guys have been throwing the ball into traffic, right? And again, easy for me to say that I wouldn't. I definitely would. So keep that in mind. But both of them got, and it finally, price was paid, right? Goes deep ball. GG's if he, yeah, geez, I thought it could be picked. I thought it could be picked. JonBeast's just going for a shot. At this point, you're definitely frustrated for John, right? And I don't blame him for launching. If you're gonna launch it, brother, launch it downfield. If you're gonna launch it, launch it. I'm a believer in that. I don't want to see no throws in traffic for 4 yards. We're gonna throw it in traffic. I want that being a bomb, brother. 50 yards downfield. 50. 50. Another little motion play right here. Doesn't really have anything. Gonna have to take it out of bounds with Vic. 3rd and 6. What's crazy is that, like, it could be easy right here if you're JonBeast to almost, like, you're frustrated, right? And, like, you might play a little stupid. If Henry gets a stop, it's GG's. Like, it really is. Go for the long ball, a little pass lead, boom, and he drops it. So Henry gets a little lucky right here. In this game, you catch a lot of contested stuff. Really good pass lead, by the way. Again, utilizing pass leading. That's on small, by the way. His pass lead is on small. Throws it outside. You can catch this ball. 100% you can catch it. He doesn't really get a knockout animation either. So kind of a surprise he got that. So Henry gets a little lucky right there. Has a chance to put the kill shot on JonBeast right here if he's able to get a stop. If JonBeast can somehow manage a score, right, gets ball at half, he's able to score again, it's 1-score game. You never know what happens then. But pressure, I mean, a 4th and 6 down 17 in the first half and gets a free 5, 4th and 1 now, which is a big deal. That helps JonBeast out a ton. He just has to complete a pass, basically. Don't run the ball. I mean, this is GG's. You don't get it. He runs, gets it. Yeah, and Henry goes, you run the ball. They're talking. All right. Henry's a little surprised by the run. It worked. It got the yard. That's just crazy because if you don't get it, it's GG's. Like, the game's over. But he got it, meaning that there's still a little bit of life. Let's see what we got here. A return route. No. Switch stick. Henry's feeling himself. Launches it deep downfield. Okay. Little broken play. JonBeast moves the ball. Gets it actually into field goal range, I think, right? We're at the 37. Yeah. We're in field goal range officially now. This can be cut to a 2-score game. That's a huge deal. Drops again. Texas 4-man. Going to roll out on it. Has the backside in. Misses that, though. So, again, Beast keeping the bunch to the short side again. Has RB this time. Lobs it. That's what we could have done earlier. Overthrows it. Overthrows a seatbelt from Henry. Yep, gotta respect that, brother. Gotta respect that, brother. JonBeast laughing. I like JonBeast, dude, and Henry. I like both of them, dude, because they be having some fun when they play, bro. JonBeast just laughed. He's losing like 50K right now, and he just laughed. I like that. In route, got it. Over the middle. Boom. Let's see. 8 seconds. No timeouts. He could be super aggressive and go for the touchdown to replay, too. I'm curious. Here's what he does right here. Let's go. Is that post route any good? No way, right? Okay, no. Hitch. So this hitch will hold down flat zones, actually, and suck them inside to let the out route get outside. Your Henry, you gotta watch out for that. Pass rush, not gonna be there. Gets there late. Hitch. Oh, you can't do that. Oh. Wow. Yeah, and yeah, John's just flustered, frustrated, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. All right. We're with Henry on offense? Henry started with I thought Henry started with the ball. Or I thought Henry got ball to begin the game. Oh no, it's my fault. Henry, no, that's right. That's right. John immediately went 3 and out. Jeez. Yeah, so I mean if you're wow. Really bad spot. Tough throw, 7. 7. And just like that, I'll be honest with you. 24. Gonna be a tough one to come back from. We'll skip ahead a little bit right here. You gotta go fast. You gotta be looking for big plays. 24 is 3 scores, right? But tries launching it. Has that? There's that pass lead, right? And that pass lead is like it. That small pass lead genuinely makes a pretty big deal. Genuinely makes a really big deal, especially in this tight coverage. Like you're able to pass lead it where the defender just can't make a play, and so you can see it makes a big difference. But I mean, again, Henry's just kind of moving the ball at will right here. See him on the 48-yard line. He's up 18. JonBeast now using a safety. This time Mike Vick on the QB power. Air truck. That's been patched though, thankfully. Gets crazy loose all the way down. It's just like, oh, we'll skip ahead a little bit here. Second goal, need to get a stop here, John. Gotta hold him to 3. Gotta hold him to 3 for John. So big if you can. Keep your hopes a little bit alive. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Apologies for getting that wrong, by the way, on who got ball at half. But hope you got to see the situation from if you did get the ball at half. Because some people will be in the situation they will. Let's see. Halfback seam. Got it. That's 24. Extra point makes it 25. 4 possessions. Yeah. I mean, no reason to rag on John after this. It's GG's. This game is, yeah, I mean, even right there, Henry has ball in field goal range. Up 18, 4 minutes left in the game. We'll call it GG's. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, totally free. And if you want to get better at the game, check out civil.gg. We have full offensive and defensive schemes that will actually help you win more games.